You don't see the fighter jet pilot picking up a pistol and going door to door clearing houses. Like, he's up there in his fighter jet dropping bombs and doing the big destruction, the big moves. There was one incident that happened that gave me absolute clarity. And the incident took place right around 2013. In the middle of all that chaos, of anxiety attacks and losing money, God, this is embarrassing. The sprinkler in our backyard sprung a leak, right? And of course, my wife's like, "Hey, can you fix the sprinkler?" And I was like, "Yeah, sure, I can fix the sprinkler. I'm a pretty handy guy." So I'm like digging a hole, trying to get to the sprinkler. And in the meantime, my assistant comes down. It was in our guest house, where I'll sometimes work out of my guest house before, we also have a corporate office, but sometimes I'll be in the guest house. And my assistant comes down and goes, "Hey, there's someone on the phone who wants to get coaching from you, and you're the best closer we have, so you need to get on the phone." I'm like, "Hey, Amanda, I've got mud all over my hands. There's no way I can talk to this person. You've heard me give the pitch 100 times. Just close them and go do it. You got this." So of course she does it. After I'm done working on the sprinkler and fixing it, I go upstairs. I go, "Hey, how'd it go?" She goes, "Yeah, I wasn't able to close the deal." So I ended up doing a $25 plumbing job instead of closing a $5,000 coaching program, right? And in that moment I realized, listen, there's a lot of things I have to do as a human, as a husband, as an entrepreneur, as a father. But of all the things I need to do, if I want to grow my business, about 5% of those things are the things that matter. My job is to delegate, motivate, sell. That's it. Anything outside of that, I pass along. So I focus on my 5% and I delegate the 95%. And that was the day that I created my 5% rule. And now I have assistants around me that do things. I have house managers. I have a chauffeur. I won't even drive long distance. Hugo drives me. And if Hugo's not driving me, he's driving my mom and dad because he's on the payroll and he might as well have a job to do. But those are the things that matter to me. And if I'm not focusing on my 5%, I'm not growing my business. The 5% for me and most entrepreneurs, by the way, is to delegate, motivate, and sell. And you're going to delegate most of the stuff that don't matter, that have to get done. Like payroll has to get done. I don't need to write the payroll checks. My accountant does, right? So you delegate as many of the things you can that fall in the 95% category. You motivate your clients, your business partners, your customers, your staff, so that they can get their job done, and then you sell. I don't go to the grocery store. My wife doesn't either, because she's the CFO of my company, Chief Financial Officer. We have a full-time house manager. Her name is Marlon. Marlon goes to the grocery store. I don't change the light bulb if there's a burnt out light bulb. Marlon changes the light bulb. And if something hardcore needs to be worked on in the house, just because I'm handy, I don't go working on the plumbing or the garbage disposal. Marlon will call in someone. Marlon makes sure that our life is maintained so that I could be the fighter jet. You don't see the fighter jet pilot picking up a pistol and going door to door clearing houses. Like, he's up there in his fighter jet dropping bombs and doing the big destruction, the big moves. I look at myself that way, and that's what I do. And so if I'm at the dry cleaners, if I'm getting my car washed, if I'm at the grocery store, then I'm making small moves, and small moves produce small outcomes. Truth be told, an effective leader delegates. When someone screws up, they go and correct them, and then they teach them how to do it right. Because if the more you put on your plate, the slower you get. I want to be fast, and I want to be able to pivot quick.